mean, I don't know how else to describe it other than like uncanny valley. Like it's so weird. Like everything from what Ted Cruz does to what bowling does, and then the cherry on top, the background
it looks AI.
Cruz's shot.
Yeah.
The cowboy, the boomer cowboy is not a single person in the background's got to be younger than the age of what, 55, 60, hanging out with a cold one in their hand. Please, let's play this clip so people could just take it in for themselves.
The state has now done that for new construction. They're trying to go after and regulate ceiling fans. I got to tell you, it's hot in Texas. We don't want to get rid of our ceiling fans. And now these idiots have come out and said, drink 2 beers a week. That's their guideline. Well, I got to tell you, if they want us to drink 2 beers a week, frankly, they can kiss my ass.
Press pause. Like it's too perfect. Like how many times do you think they practice this? Honestly, like, all right, guys. Now, when I go to take a swig of my drink, you all take a swig with me. Okay? Are we ready? Like, where did these guys come from?
It reminds me of all of those like Democratic Party like photo ops that they were doing for the past few years, like Haunted Diner. Like it's very like I don't know. Rural Gothic, I guess you'd call it.
Me and my hogs just hanging out. I also like that Cruz was probably like, okay, guys, the operative word is ass. As soon as you hear me say ass, lift your bottle, take a swig.
So they're pretty synchronized. You can't knock them there.
Like, where are these? Where is this like consumer guidelines that are happening?
Okay, I looked this up. Yeah, okay, So Biden, this all started from a Daily Mail article. So basically,
good start.
Yeah, so good start, right? So there's this guy, Dr. George Koob, who's on the he's part of this the alcohol, the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism director. That's his job, and right now,
sounds like a prude.
Right, yeah. Right now, apparently the recommended drinking guidelines for the U.S. are, for men, no more than 2 drinks a day. Now, in an interview, he said that he was watching, Dr. Koob said he was watching what they're doing in Canada, where they are now advising people to take no more than 2 drinks per week. And this has completely set off the right into turning it into, Biden's health czar or alcohol czar or beer czar is trying to take away your beers, telling you can only drink 2 a week. And I mean, what do they want from the guy who runs the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism? Like, is he supposed to be like, drink all you want, baby? I mean, what do you...
How about, just ignore him like everybody else in the world? What are you talking about?
And also, it was also like, as Binder mentioned, like, it was a suggestion, as in like, maybe we could like adopt Canada's guidelines.
That's how it starts, like, Bradley.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's a slippery slope.
Next minute, you know you're in a gulag, only getting 2 beers a day and
getting cut off.
Bud Lights, too.
Getting cut off after 2 Bud Lights.
He actually has a really good line in this interview, as quoted by the Daily Mail, when he was asked if the guidelines could change. He says, I mean, they're not going to go up, I'm pretty sure.
I just think it's
like exactly though, like the guy who runs the alcohol, like the anti-alcohol abuse group is not going to say run wild with it.
He's gonna say party rock, everybody. Actually, but
shots.
Okay,
he's gonna go into a shots.
Okay, I've been unable. I found a passing reference to it from the Competitive Enterprise Institute, which I imagine is a bunch of vampires, from February about this ceiling fan thing. But like, again, guess what? Sorry, if you want to get in the business of producing ceiling fans, which I'll say is not a relatable aspiration, I'll just say that. But if you want to do that, like, yeah, you know what? I think there's going to be some sort of regulations to do with like how those things spin, if they're going to take off somebody's head, how much energy they're going to use. I'm actually cool with you having to meet those things. Like, I'm not really concerned about your freedom to make a not energy efficient ceiling fan.
Right.
I just think it's
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I just think it's disgusting that we can shoot our kids full of transgenderisms, but we're not allowed to have more than 2 beers a week in Biden's America.
Yeah.
That's honestly sickening to me. The left agenda.
Right. Let's
Conservatives are
rewind.
just they're gonna call beers trans affirming care if they lose all this, and then try to win on that ground. But
Well, apparently Bud Light already is.
Right, exactly.
Let's continue playing this clip. Let's rewind just a little bit so we can see them all take that swig together. That genteel beer gulp by Cruz, by the way, the real power drinker right there.
Yeah,
it's a real man's man.
See, I was going to say, I don't think it's very masculine to have a twist off top. Like he should have had pop it. Like he should have just put the thing in his mouth and just ripped it off with his tooth.
Yeah, done it with his forearm. Yeah.
Also,
He should hire me
some of the guys in the background are standing as if they're modeling. Like they're very cautious of how they look on camera. You just take a look at some of them in the back.
Yeah, exactly. They're positioned like someone in the Sears portrait studio went up and hey, turn a little bit to this way, turn a little bit to that way.
Right.
These idiots have come out and said, drink 2 beers a week. That's their guideline. Well, I got to tell you, if they want us to drink 2 beers a week, frankly, they can kiss my ass.
No, okay. Senator, I brought a beer to drink with you. I'll drink this non-alcoholic beer with you because I'm not allowed to drink on camera, but...
Press pause. I wonder if he's not allowed to drink on camera because it's like a cable rule guideline, or if he's not allowed to drink on camera, specifically Eric Bowling, you cannot drink in the workplace.
Had this issue before.
we already know what happens when you do this. You cannot drink in the workplace. Continue.
Senator, I brought a beer to drink with you. I'll drink this non-alcoholic beer with you because I'm not allowed to drink on camera, but I'll have a sip in the meantime.
Look, I got to say, have you ever seen a brand do more damage to itself than Bud Light, which single-handedly seemed to destroy themselves? So I'm glad you're not drinking a Bud Light.
What a segue.
Personally, I'm fond of Shiner Bock, which is a good Texas brand. I've been to the Shiner Brewery in Shiner, Texas, and I recommend it. And I promise you, this is not alcohol-free beer down here.
No, and by the way, the one I have right after the show won't be alcohol-free either, and it may just be
we don't doubt it, Eric.
I mean, you work for NewsMax. Gotta handle that the best way you can.
Aren't they supposed to be Christians? Is this in the Bible that you just get on television and promote drinking? You would think that would be sort of antithetical to the sort of teetotaler mentality of the Republican sort of Southern evangelical crowd. But I mean, obviously not in real life, but in the way they present themselves. But this is so unapologetic.
Jesus literally had wine flowing through his veins. So I mean,
yeah, that's how fucking toasted he was. He just had his blood alcohol level was so high that you could drink his blood and get messed up too.
Do we know who those guys were behind him? They have hats on. I'm trying to figure out. No one names them.
Ghosts of the people who died during the Alamo.
I think they were. I wonder if they're just hogs for hire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It really wouldn't surprise me if there was like a casting call went up on one of those websites looking for non-union cowboys. Bring your own.
No, but they all have the same hat on, so it's some kind of company. I think he's at. I'd be curious what that is because that's very embarrassing.
Yeah, it seems like it would have been a good idea to go to the brewery he was talking about, right? To just do the photo op there as opposed to just.
Oh, was it the Shiner Brewery?
He didn't say that.
Interesting.
Yes, it did, but I don't know if that was the same one.
Yeah. Huh.
Right. I just love how he just completely impromptu brings up Bud Light because that's ooh, I'm not sure. I don't think the Biden beer czar thing is working great. Let's go back to the one conservative outrage that had some sort of impact over the past 10 years, the Bud Light thing. And that'll rile up the audience again. Oh, yeah, we remember that.
We remember Dylan Mulvaney.